Hey everybody, I wanted to make this video because I've seen a lot of clickbaity articles around like doomsday scenarios and HI come out recently, and I want to make a video that is counter to that perspective. And so my take is pretty simple. We're looking at right now the doomsday clock, and we're looking at the doomsday clock that was last updated in 2018. I'll show you the updated version in a second, but I want to show you and start with this version because to me, this is the ultimate equation that we're looking at. Is humanity moving itself forward towards destruction ever since I was born and before I was born. That's what I see on this clock, just being flat out honest with it. And then so where we're currently at as a world is we're 90 seconds to midnight. And we're 90 seconds to midnight because of war, because of disease, because of famine, because of poverty, because of insecurity, lots of different things. And they're all human-caused issues that we are currently 90 seconds to midnight. And then I see a lot of sensationalist arguments coming out and articles coming out and trying to peg a percentage as to the percentage that ASI or AI at some point could possibly turn on humanity. I think that no matter what the scenario is that you lay out, no matter what, it's going to be less than 90 seconds to midnight. All of the projections that I see have it that way. They're 5%. And I think 5% is even high. Like, I think it's not zero, as Elon Musk says, but I think it's not 5% even. I think it's if you want, I'll put a number on the odds. I think that the odds are 1 to 2%. And let me give you some simple illustrations here, just to kind of further illustrate the point. So humanity hasn't wiped out all dogs or cats in the world. Why hasn't humanity wiped out all dogs or cats in the world? Humanity is a lot smarter than dogs or cats. Humanity has complete control over them. It could dictate them. Why not just obliterate every single one of them? Because there's different factors that go into that, right? Because there's ethical factors and the way that people are instinctually and that they're raised and they grow up go into that. And then so my fears around AI, where I think that AI could go off the rails, is if people don't treat it the right way and don't treat this entire situation for what it is, and then they're just looking at pure profit motives. Let's just throw everything out. Let's create doomsday scenarios. All of these different things, because essentially what this is going to do is create mass panic, mass chaos, mass disinformation, and then all of those things are essentially what leads you to the scenario where there can't be any sort of actual real regulation and control or monitoring. And I do think that on some sort of level, all of those things are necessary. Every single one of those elements that I laid out. And I think that it's important to me personally when it comes to regulations around this issue. I think it's important to regulate corporations from wanting to just drive this technology forward without any sort of research. For example, I see today that both Microsoft and HP are looking to release AI model power OSs within the next year. And then so to me, I think that there's a few risks that are involved with that, and we also don't know anything behind that technology or any sort of the risks that could be involved with directly doing those sort of things. But because of profit motive, we're skipping any sort of ethics within this. And then so when we skip out on the ethics, when it comes time, so artificial intelligence is just that, artificial intelligence. When a human is born and generated, we're pre-programmed with certain things, with certain values, with certain instincts, because that's how we have grown. We're from other species, so we've evolved, and that those things have evolved with us. Whereas with artificial intelligence, it doesn't have that same base programming into it. You have to teach it what values are. It has to understand and learn what values are. And then so if you teach it immediately that the values are capitalism and profit above all else, then yeah, it's going to go and wipe out everybody. That's where my fears go up to 8 to we're 10 seconds from midnight. How exactly does society want to handle that? Because that's the bottom line equation. whether or not we're 90 seconds to midnight or we're 0% chance, 0.00% chance, depends on exactly how people want to treat the ethical issue of this. And like, so far, I see people not wanting to address the ethical issues, but willing to address the fear-mongering all day long. And then, so to me, that sets us down a bad road. If people continue down that road, that's what's going to lead us towards, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then so people need to cut it now. Start, if you want to fear-monger over this, start understanding more about the technology. Understand what you're afraid of, dive deeper into it, learn more about it, and then if you're afraid of something at that point, then you can at least speak more educatedly as to what exactly you're afraid of within the technology. But I think when you dive into it and actually understand it, I think you'll be less afraid of it. And that's, I think, hopefully a lesson that people will get overall with this is that I'm more scared of being 90 seconds to midnight and what I've seen from the history of humanity overall on a magnitudinal scale than I am about anything regarding ASI. And I think that's the right approach and the right mentality. And I hope you like this video, and I hope it provides a counter to all of this kind of like hysteria and not good articles that are coming out recently and arguments that people are making for fear-mongering's sake. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.